Welcome back to the Renaissance with turn 3 of the Battle of Cerignola, 21st of April, 1503, currently 4:30 p.m. Looking quickly at the victory, which I'll try to do at the beginning of each video from now on so I don't forget. We see that we are still 86 points away from a minor victory and 486 points away from where we want to be. So as we can see, we have inflicted quite a bit of cavalry losses on the enemy. We just need to finish them off. Other than that, looking at the overall situation here, we see the visibility down here is still at 24 hexes, so still full daylight. We have what is left of their cavalry. We're going to see if we can continue to destroy it with our own this turn. And the artillery is still going to march on up. I'd say around the north end of this field is where I'd like to place them. And the Swiss are going to continue to set themselves up for going in here. And the French are just going to kind of sneak on up to this top north path and see if they can, break down the back door. We do have to be mindful that if we click on this unit and we go to unit and we hit, we can see here that I gotta kind of click on it. We can't see into this orchard. We can't see behind the town. The town's blocking our line of sight. And I don't think I actually mentioned it, but playing against the AI, we're obviously playing with fog of war rules. So I can only see, as I click on each unit here, you can see lit up hexes. I can only see what my units see. So for example, even this enemy cavalry is blocking this unit's line of sight behind them. I can't see what's behind them. This unit anyways. Another unit, sure. And when you click off, I should be able to see anything that all my units can see. I can see when it's like this. So I'm hoping. It looks like we got everything pretty much covered. We don't have the orchards covered, for example. And I know, for example, that there's troops in these trenches. I know there has to be. Historically, there's a bunch of arquebus here, and then there's land knights, German, or they're at least based on the German Landsknight, which are themselves a ripoff, or based on, let's be nice, based upon the Swiss pikemen. So, and then I think we sure have an advantage over the poor Duke of Nemours. I think there's also a bunch of cavalry sitting here waiting to come out once we're on the run and just run us all down and kill us. But we're not going to let that happen. All right, so I'm going to get going here. We are going to start with the cavalry. So good job for this poor disordered cavalry. Now let's hit Q for organization, C for command radius. Who is your commander? This guy. So we need to have him back in that command circle. Right now, if he stays outside the command circle, the radius of his direct commander, he's going to have to roll 1 to rally back from being disordered on a 6-sided dice. We do not want that. So we need to get back to where our commander is going to be. So we need to decide, where is our commander going to be at the end of the turn. And I think what we're going to do is we're just going to attack the commander again because he's facing away from us. So why not hit him from behind? We will give him a range attack with our javelins first, killing 4 men. Now here we have another. These guys are under his command. We are going to just go down here with these guys, and we'll attack these guys, these routed light cavalry from their flank. Okay, what else do we have? These guys are all disordered. Nope, this one's not. I wonder if I dare. What's dare? I would have thought their guns would have fired at us by now, but I'm not going to complain. And we'll attack them from behind. And we'll do a melee attack from behind. What else do we have here? What's our command range? So we can still be in command radius of our commander with these troops. What do we have here? Let's put them all together. Which way are you facing? That way? So we will also hit these guys on their flanks. I'm just trying to give them something to do while still keeping them inside of their direct commander's command radius so that hopefully they can recover. So you need to get back to in this range here. So we're going to go this way. Just going to get there. We're just going to get there. All right. Well, that's as far as we're going to get. Hopefully some of these troops will rally. Now, the quality D, they need a 1, 2, or a 3. They need to roll 1, 2, or a 3 to rally. So that's a 50% chance. It seems like we're getting a lot less than 50%. What else do we have? We now are going to Eve's little group here, which did quite well. But we need to get back to... We need to get back to this guy's command radius. So where is he going to be? These guys are detached. Is they're outside of his command range? They sure are. So these guys will not be able to do a melee attack. So we're going to come down here like this. And just our medium cavalry with their crossbows, I'm going to assume, are going to attack from this side. I mean, that's all they can really do. And they're inside the command range. But I would like to deal with this. But I don't really see the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this artillery up. Towards the position. And then I want to get this group back inside of their commander's range, but at the same time protecting the artillery. So it looks like this is the hex for us. Let's get there. Can we actually do an about base? Do we have enough movement? I don't think the heavy do. Do the light. So their movement allowance. What is it? What is it for an about base? Cavalry about base 5. 5 movement. Well then. They're not really going to protect against that, are they? But once again, I'm hoping that AI doesn't take advantage of that. They're done. They're done. These guys are not done. They are not detached. This is... Oh, that's right. So I could move them over. 4, 8... Oh, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. There's no way they'll get there. But they can cover our guns and our cavalry. So we were going to go right here. And hopefully that protects them from this cavalry unit. What else do we have? These guys are all disordered. They are in their commander's range. I mean, we could come in and attack this routed unit. I guess that's what we'll do. Let's attack that. Now, either one of these can actually... Probably these guys are the ones that are going to want to melee into there and try to kill as many of these routed troops, enemy troops, as we can. And yeah. Okay, so all our cavalry, I believe, has moved. So now we just have our guns. I feel fairly confident. Everything's routed. So I see the enemy cavalry. So we're just going to continue to come up the road here. We can't go any further because these guys are in our way. That's alright. And over here we have our little falcons that are coming on up to follow the Swiss. We'll follow the Swiss in here. We'll help them break in there. And so that is our guns. Everybody's fixed. That's unfortunate we couldn't attack that. They'll still be routed probably. They're definitely not in their commander's command radius, so they have to roll a 1. So hopefully they do not, and they stay routed. So now we just have left our infantry, so we're going to move them up. So let's move the army commander first. And yes, he does not, if I click on him more, that is the French army commander. We see that he's only responsible for the French troops. The Swiss troops are not lit up. So this is basically a separate, totally separate command. So we do not have to worry about trying to keep this commander, Shandao, in anybody else's command radius. He is just fine the way he is. He's got a rating of D, a leadership of C. So he's going to move on up with the pikemen, move up to the path. And 1 towards. We then have these pikemen. They're going to move on up as well. And 1 forward. We then have our skirmishers. We'll move them out in front. Why are we going to move them out in front? If the artillery, which is not facing towards us anyways, fires at these units here, firing through the skirmishers. Now he is up above us, so maybe not. But I believe that firing through the skirmisher hex will cause a 20% penalty to the damage done to the units behind it. So that we're going to try to screen our main units with these skirmishers. And then we have the parent unit, and up he comes. And then we have, okay, so we want to get, the pikemen actually have the most movement. So I guess they're going to go on their own. We need to turn them though. Well, I'm not too worried right now. Probably should be, but I'm not. I will turn them. How about that? There we go. They're facing the right way. And then these guys come out, turn them once, and up they come. Okay, so that's the Swiss. We are now going to move the French. So here's where we got to be a little bit careful. We can't see behind that town. We can't see into this orchard, right? Click here. Yes. So we don't like that. So I'm going to turn. Well, I think when I move this way, I'll automatically turn that way. I do. And they're detached. So actually, they're going to go right here. And we're going to select the next 400 crossbowmen, and they are going to cautiously move. I shouldn't have done that. We're going to do that anyways. We're going to cautiously move up towards the town. And these guys will as well. Just like that. And am I being overly cautious? Probably. But I'd rather be overcautious. Well, that's weird. These are crossbow. Oh, these are more of these. No, they can form a line. Quality E. They're a little different though. Unlike the other crossbowmen, which we can break down into skirmishers, which probably is a very good idea, especially to go into this town. That's what I'll do next time. These guys are restricted. It must be because they're just so... They must be like raw recruits. Don't really have much training fresh out of the fields, the farmer fields. So we'll just move them up on the path, just like that. And up these guys come. Once again, I've forgotten my commander is with a slower unit, but I can always just move him out, can't I? That's as far as I can go. So DRs, he's going to have to personally... Where is he here? Let's go back to command radius. We want to have everybody in our command radius, which we do. We'll send them there for now. Okay. Oh, we still have more. There's a lot of French here. Actually, I didn't think about that. Okay. Okay, so I need to get up beside it. Oh no. I think that's one short, right? Not that it's a big deal right now. We're not going into direct combat, but we will become detached with these guys for return. These detached units, they're back in the command radius, so they're the direct commander. So next turn they'll be ready to initiate melee again, which is exactly what we want to do with crossbow Gascon infantry. No, joking. What else do we have here? I think I'm going to click the next unit. And I have missed something this time. The heavy cavalry, which we're got to be careful here because we can't really go anywhere. It's because we need to keep them inside. They're all disordered. These guys are not. But we can't even move up one to attack that routed unit. Because if we do, these guys will be out of our command radius, and they will not get the better chance to, yeah. So I believe that this guy, for example, rolls 1 6 on a 6-sided dice. He is rally inside the commander radius of his direct commander. But if he's outside of it, he has to roll, and he's detached. He has to roll a 1 to rally back to battle ready. So we're definitely going to leave him. We're not going to move our commander. Is there any other units we forgot to move? I did move these guys. I moved them into attack, and I even shot. Why is that saying next unit? Okay, all units have been considered. So I believe we are done our turn. So we are going to hit the, let's try to get it so we can see as much as possible. We're going to hit the next turn. We're going to let, well, first of all, it'll be melee. So we are going to do that. These guys are facing that way, so we will attack these guys. Advantage is the attacker. Let's resolve the melee, so we smash into the back of them. Not doing very much, are we? Which way are these guys facing? Straight at us. We do have, these are heavy cavalry. That'll probably do major damage. They're all detached though, so they can't initiate melee. So it's going to have to be these guys. And what do we get? Okay. And here we're going to attack as well into the routed units. Not very much damage being done there. It's probably because we're all disordered. I can't help that right now. Maybe does that decrease? I didn't read anywhere that decreases the chances of them rallying. Let's make sure we are in. We are inside the command radius. Okay, this guy actually needs. No, he's not disordered. Perfect. So he's going to just attack. No prediction. Okay. Well, now he is disordered, and he's not inside the command radius. So he needs to roll 1 to rally. So not probably going to happen. That is our melee. We are now moving to the Spanish. Here we go. What does the enemy do? Commander's getting the hell out of there. His cavalry's moving up. Didn't go into the guns, though. That's nice of them to come to us. I'm not sure if they're still... Oh. Hear a lot of foot movement. That gun has now changed back to face towards the Swiss. I don't believe he has any melee. Okay, now that is more like it. 12 units undisordered out of 17 units checked. 1 unit recovered all fatigue out of 2 units checked. That must be one of the stacks I left standing still. I'm not quite sure how fast fatigue is recovered, but I know it's not terribly fast because I've seen complaints about how slow it is on the forums. But of course the troops would not recover in the matter of 15 minutes. We are now at 4:45 p.m. We have a visibility of 24 hexes. And I believe I'm going to just keep going here. I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to do the next turn. Why not? So we're going to, because everything's kind of set. We don't have to come up with a massively new plan here. We're just going to continue on the way we have been going. So let's do the French up here first. I want to find out if there's anybody in that orchard. So the way to do that is crossbow infantry. We're going to go to unit, and we're going to make a skirmisher unit. So this is much less of a problem if something happens. And they go in here, and what do they see now? What do they see now? Can't see these two, so we're going to move into the orchard here. Still can't see this one. Okay, we'll go up here. Okay, so there is no enemy present whatsoever, so I'm going to move back out. Perfect. And so there, that's definitely one thing you can do with skirmisher units, scouting. We now are going to head up the path. Let's do this. Let's go right here so we can, well, I think we'll probably put that unit back. What do we have here? Restricting. Now this unit was detached, as you can see, it is no longer because it's back with its commander. I want to be careful with the commander here. I don't think we want to go much further in this anyways. So these are real crap troops. Oh, can I do it? Undo last movement? No movement undo when fog of war is in effect. Right, that makes sense. That makes sense. Well, that's great. Let's go back. I guess that really means we won't be. And we'll go right here. Alright. And then we have our better troops. They're going to move up. Okay. I need to worry about, what's my slowest unit? These guys. And these guys. Okay, so we're going to move up here like this. We're going to move up here like this. Now the command radius, I need to get up here with the commander to make sure I have everybody. Oh yeah, I'm like, what's going on? It's because I still have it on what I can see. Let's go back to command radius here. Okay, so he now has them all in within his command radius. So now we just have to get everybody in here. Everybody in here. I wonder if I should go in the field a little bit. Yeah, why not? Alright, and get these guys up here. Okay. And we still have these guys back here, right. Yeah, we can go up here. Well, it's okay. Well, I don't want to leave the supplies unguarded. So let me guess. Nope, he is. Everybody's in the command radius. Look at that. Okay, so now let's do the Swiss. So we're kind of waiting for these falcons to get up here. So let's turn them so they're facing the right way. Up they come. So there's still going to be a couple more turns for them to get close enough to set up. Let's get ourselves situated to move in on this front. So we're going to go, we'll go here. That gun's going to fire. I just know it. One of these times. Or just, I don't think skirmishers set the guns off though. So we'll set our skirmishers up so they are covering our troops. Of course, I think I need to come back down one. Troops looking at me like I'm crazy. And this is just a path, right? So there's no difference between it for us, as far as we're concerned, for movement. A clearer path, so I don't need to follow it. So we're going to get in behind our skirmishers. Yep, there we go. Killed 3 men. That's fine. Up we go. And we're going to, of course, form into block once we get close enough to attack. But as we remember from Seminara playing that once you switch to block, you're very slow. So we're going to try to get it as close as possible before we switch. Up he comes. And these guys are really just a skirmisher that's not a skirmisher, but it's the parent unit of all these arquebus. So let's just put him in front. And then we have our 1,100 men come on up. Perfect. And then we have our halberd and our supplies. Alright. That's the Swiss. That's the guns. So now we're down to our cavalry. Down to our cavalry. Okay, and I see Some of these units are no longer fixed. Does it tell me that? It doesn't seem to. I noticed that in Seminara that also my units were not fixed after a while, but it didn't give me a message through there. They are vivendaries and supply, but hey, I'd love to take that supply up. Not yet though, not yet. Actually, do we even have a, we don't have a supply wagon yet. All right, well, first of all, no longer detached, and most of our units rallied. There's still a few that didn't. We'll have to worry about them. But we want to, we definitely want to attack here. Now this disordered unit. Let's move these guns. Okay, well let's. Well, I want to get rid of this cavalry. I'd like to get rid of that commander up there as well. Let's hit the Q button here. Okay, well, let's take this out. So first of all, come in behind. And attack. Okay, what are we down to? 15 minutes. Now, I could charge. No, I can't. I'm facing the wrong one. I can melee. But I'm going to take him out. And just go with these guys, I believe. So, I'm going to put him... Yeah, we're going to put him with the commander. I just want to get him... Yeah. Well, we need to keep him in the command radius, so let's turn around here. Okay, now these guys are going to come here. Actually, I could move... move around as well. I just need to get these guns out of the way. Actually, I think I can just move through the gun. I always hate doing that though. We want to like to come around and melee from their flank, which we can. I just need to turn us the right way, counterclockwise, and one more time. And here we go. So we're going to melee them from behind, and we need to disorder them, so let's move you back here like this and then move the cannons up and behind. Okay, we're getting there. I'd like to take out those router units, but I'd really like to take him out. That's pretty much a full unit. So we're going to use this force to concentrate on the commander. Now, we should be shot at by these guns eventually. It's going to happen. There's not much we can do about it. So, which way are you facing? He's nicely facing away from us. So, we're just going to come up into his rear. And we will not do a fire attack. Can I actually make it so he can't run away? What happens if they can't run away? Let's go like this. So he's got zones of control here and here. These guys have zones of control here and here. This is just me seeing how things work. He's going to turn like this. So we got zones of control here, 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 here. We need a zone of control here and here. And technically he shouldn't be able to go anywhere. But do we actually need to physically surround him so he has no place to retreat? We're going to find out. I'd like to attack that too. Can I turn once? So he's got zone of control there. I'm probably overthinking this way too much. But I'm just trying to figure out how everything works. Like, see it work. Okay, so we're going to do a bunch of melees there. He is going to stay there just to have that zone of control. That's what he's doing as well. All the units. Nope. This guy is not inside the zone of control, so we're going to move him up. Actually. I'd like to hit that as well. But these guys, we have a disorder. So we're going to move them up like that and turn them this way to protect against this cavalry. But I'd like to, this disordered unit is going to have to, he's going to have to stay here. Put him right with the leader. Now these two are not detached, they're not disordered. We're going to head them over. To attack from the rear. Okay. But they will become detached, but that's fine. We can get them back. They'll also be disordered from doing the melee. What are we going to do with this guy? Well, we can't leave this command radius. Ooh. Yeah, but if we melee, we'll move out of the command radius. But we can move this unit a little bit closer. Let's move the guns up here. What do we got for range? Range of 12. So the Sacker's going to have to be right in the top here. So we'll move into here. Next turn we'll move there, and then we'll start to set up. You're not disordered at all. You are. This is the problem. So I can move here, keeping him in our command range. These guys, okay, right. And then these guys are going to go over and melee against these routed units. Yeah, just like that. And we will have, when we move in there, we'll still be within command range, and hopefully this second gendarmes will rally. They should. Got a 1 to 6 chance according to this. Quality of A. Alright, I haven't moved these guns. We'll move them up. Path doesn't really matter, as we found out. So we'll just go like that. And this guy will come up. Like that. Okay, I think I moved everything except for maybe some of these units down here, but I don't think I'm ready to move them yet. Dude, there is no objective hex there. So that means if we use these Vivendaires, our canteen girls, they'll stick with the supplies. We'd like to get the supplies up there in case we start getting low on ammo. So let's go for it. I think we're safe. Last time we realized we're safe from 50-some disordered light cavalry. The canteen girls can definitely handle them. Is there anybody else that we haven't moved? These guys are no longer fixed, but I'm not moving them yet off an objective hex. Same with these, they're fixed. Alright, let's hit the next unit button. You got 18 movement. Oh, I definitely did miss you. Let's move up this way and into the field. We don't see anything. How far can we see? Oh, we can only see, yeah, to the edge of the slope. That makes sense. What's the elevation there? Yeah, it's 2 levels up. So that's a big movement cost penalty to move up there, which is exactly why we don't want to go here. We're going to have to just face it here, but that's what Swiss are good at. Strong opposition, no problem for the Swiss. Or so I've been told. We shall see. Next unit. Nope, we're not moving them. Where are we? 32 movement. Who's your leader? Ooh, I'm glad I saw that. So we need to get up into his command radius. That's not a problem. Can we attack anybody? Not really. I don't think so. Maybe we can. Let's attack. 2 men dead is 2 less men to kill later, right? Next unit. All units have been considered, so we're now going to move on to melee. Okay. Now I think I can, make a mess of things. But why not melee with all of them? Let's see what happens. Advantage attacker. Advantage attacker. I guess we're all going to crowd into that hex, but let's see what happens. Combat. Resolve melee. Oh yeah, That's great. That is great. Look at that. This unit is pretty much gone. We have that to protect our guns. We technically could still get there and capture them. Okay, what do we have here? We're going to do this. We have 90-some men, so if they recover, that's still pretty much a full-strength unit. So let's make sure that never happens. Let's make sure that never happens. There we go. There we go. And over here, this won't be so hot because these are just light cavalry. But I'm guessing that plus, I think that's actually showing me that we will get the 20% advantage from not firing before we meleeed. And those things like that is exactly what I like to see. More information so I don't miss things or forget things. They're better. I like little things like that. It's all it has to be, just a little thing like that. All right, we are meleeing in. Let's see. We won't be getting the results we've been getting so far. But not bad. They didn't do too bad. Who's their commander? Have I actually been smart? Nope. So they're going to have to come back in. All right, now we got... once again, I think we could combine these to a melee. So once again, these ones have plus sign. Now this unit here I know fired, so it shouldn't have a plus, right? And it doesn't. Perfect. That's great. I love stuff like that. Okay, so here we go. We're going to melee. And we're also going to melee with these guys as well. And I could melee with these guys as well. Why not? Now, of course, that's putting all these units in the same hex. So, well, I guess there's only one way to learn if that's a really bad idea or not. But where I don't really see much enemy opposition, and there doesn't seem to be any firing from the guns, which is weird. Or even well, no, they only have a very short range, really. All right, let's see the result. Okay, so it looks like we killed the unit. All there is left is the commander. And he can't go here. He can't go here. Can't go here. He can't go anywhere. So should he not be captured? And I think, oh, nope. We still have one more. And if we're going to get shot at, it should be here. Let's attack this routed unit. See what happens. Well, we pushed him into the abatis. I won't like that. So we'll see what happens. And I think that is it. All units have been considered. I am going to hit... What's this here? Oh, yeah, right. Oh, routed. Why are you routed? No. That's not what... Move threat fail. 50%. Okay, well, that's good to know. Obviously, the canteen girls don't like moving towards the enemy. Good to know. All right, so let's hear... it's about as much as I can show nicely. Let's hit next turn, see what the Spanish do. Okay, whoa, there's a cavalry unit. Where did that come from? What are you doing? Oh, there's hardly any of them left. Okay. This gun, I don't know what he's doing. 6 guns. Okay, he's shifting again. I don't really want him to fire at the French. I want him to fire at the Swiss. Not that, you know, Swiss lives are any less important than French, but role-playing a French commander as I am, you know, we're quite concerned about our French soldiers. All right, 5 units undisordered, 19 check. Not so great. 0 units rally out of 1 unit check. But the, so we got, what do we have here? We have this, nothing. We have this, a routed unit. Our canteen girls routed because we moved in towards the enemy, but hopefully they can ride. Do they have a commander? This doesn't actually show who their direct commander is. No. How do I suppose she's quality up anyways, so 1 to rally. Okay, good to know. What else? I think, oh yes, we're going to look at the, we'll look at the victory. And we now, ladies and gentlemen, are at 770 points. I don't even have to enter the vineyard. I can just stay outside, get to a major victory and call it a day. No, I won't do that. We're going to try to go in here. We're going to try to completely eradicate the Spanish. So far, pretty easy. Feeling pretty confident. However, once we start trying to get through here and get the fighting is in these orchards, I imagine my tune might change a little bit. And that is it. Look at that. 2 turns in one video. 2 turns. I'm about to find out how long I took. But until next time, guys, take care and have a great night.